Hey guys, welcome to New in Nashville. I am Pacey Cervantes, joined with American Idol winner Chase Beckham. Man, that's a great thing to even just start off by saying. You are up there with the amazing people like Carrie Underwood and Kelly Clarkson. How's it feel being in that category?
Man, it's one of those things, like Clay Aiken and Ruben Studdard just so they're on their 20-year run right now since they won or they were on, and it feels good to be a part of a program like that, that has launched the careers of so many successful entertainers, and I'm just really happy that I was able to make my start on Idol, and that I'm still here, and we're going on 3 years since the show, so I got some catching up to do to them. But hopefully, in 20 years, I'm still doing my thing.
So, have you officially made the move to Nashville?
Yes, I live in Nashville now. Yeah.
Okay, how's that? Was that a big change for you?
Yeah, I mean, when you move across the country from your family and your friends and everybody that you know and everything that it's different. It's a whole different feel. So, just adjusting, and I gave myself a lot of time to do that. I spent a lot of time doing stuff I liked out here, like going fishing, and my buddy Luke Bryan would let me go fish out at his place, and I'd catch fish all day, and just stuff like that to make me feel at home, make me feel comfy. And then, before you know it, you want to come home, you want to come back to Nashville. And now this is like my happy, quiet place whenever I'm here. I don't really get out of the house too much, but it was a big adjustment. And you just got to give yourself time to go through stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, speaking of big adjustments, the adjustment to moving to Nashville, but how was the adjustment going from someone that, people didn't really know to winning American Idol and all of a sudden people recognizing you?
I mean, it's kind of funny sometimes. Like I was in Chick-fil-A the other day, and the girl handed me my food, was like, "No way, are you?" And I was like, "It depends on who you think I am." Like, I don't know, I might not be. And she's like, "Chase Beckham," and I was like, "Yeah, that's me." And those are just some of the coolest, most crazy moments whenever someone I don't ever anticipate to be recognized. So it's not, I don't. I just kind of I still do very I go to the grocery store and go to Walmart, and nobody's bugging me. And but it's cool every now and then. You bump into someone and they're like, "Wait a second!" And they get really excited, and yeah, it's just a crazy thing. You always kind of wonder what that stuff would be like to hear your song on the radio, to have a sold out show, or to listen to people sing back. And this season of my life has been a lot of experiencing those things for the first time. I feel like most of the first 3 quarters of my life was wondering what all that would be like, and then when you finally get to experience some of those things, it's really special.
Yeah. So you mentioned it's been 3 years since winning American
Yeah,
Idol,
we're going on
and
3. It's
going on
crazy.
3 years, and I feel like a lot of people think, oh, you win American Idol and the work is done,
Oh
which
yeah.
probably is not the case, right?
No, I mean, well, realistically, like no matter where you go, like in your career, like one of somebody who's been close to me, and I talk about him all the time, but he's been one of the most uh, influential people for me, is Luke Bryan. And whenever I toured with him this year, we toured most of the year, and I've got to get a lot of advice from Luke. And I mean, you watch that guy, and he has more number ones than just about anybody, all the success in the world, and he works harder than anybody that I know. Still, like right now, like he's in different cities every day playing shows, doing American Idol, doing stuff for charities and foundations, and taking care of his family at the same time. Like I've never met a more busy human being, and I think it's just a testament to like when you work that hard, you know what I mean? Even when you get to where most people set the bar, like working through that and working harder, and especially like getting off of Idol, you think it's all handed to you. But like, even with all the success that Luke has, I still see how hard he has to work to maintain that and to keep it. And I think that goes hand in hand with the kids who are on Idol and they come off and they want to try a real career. I think you figure out really fast if you want to do it or if you don't, because you don't have Saturdays and Sundays to go to your niece and nephew's birthday party, or to go to so and so's wedding, or you might. I mean, I've felt horrible. I missed my dad's birthday the last 2 years, where I don't even realize it's his birthday because I'm so busy, and those kinds of things where it's just like, it would be nice to not to just be able to kind of hang out and live life, but it's one or the other. You know what I mean? You can't just have the music career and then get to go hang out for 3 or 4 months and not do anything. You have to keep your foot on the gas pedal. And all these, young people like myself who've come off of Idol and they ask me like what to do. That's kind of what I tell them. I'm like, put your foot down on the gas pedal and don't ever take it off until we're 15 years down the road.
Right.
For like the next 15 years, you're just foot down, taking every show you can, putting out as much music as you can, and just working. And I think that's the key to being relevant years after the show. You know what I mean? Is by still going out, still playing shows, still writing songs and putting out music. And I mean, I've said many times that it would be nice to just, I've achieved more in my life than I could ever imagine. But also, it's like if that was all that I ever did, I wouldn't be mad. But in the back of my mind, I know what I want to do and what I can do, and so that's
Yeah.
what drives you to keep on, working harder and working harder. But yeah, nothing's handed to you after you get off a show. You got to work for it, um, and it makes it all so much more worth it whenever you finally get there.
Yeah, and it sounds like hanging out with Luke Bryan. I mean, I think everyone knows he's a humble guy, and it sounds like he is kind of someone that will help you stay humble because we know you're gonna blow up. Hopefully, I see 2024 as being your year for sure.
I hope so. We'll see. I've been working hard, and that's something that he's told me from the get-go. And I'm so lucky to have a guy like him, you know what I mean, to kind of guide me through this insane career and this insane world of music and the business of it. I'm so lucky to have someone like him who's really fought from the ground up to get what he has. And I value his advice very much. But yeah, he'll keep me very humble, and he, he'll call you out anytime you're not being exactly who you're supposed to be. But I always tell people too, that those are the kind of people that you want to have around you. If you go up and you put on a bad show, when you get off stage, you don't want 5 people telling you, "Oh, it was fine, it was okay." You want the people who are going to tell you that was bad. Like, you need to do better than that. And even though it might hurt your feelings in that second, those are the people who are going to make you a better artist and a better performer and a better human being, a better person. And at the end of the day, that should be your goal, is just to be a good person.
Yeah, surrounding yourself by yes men is never going to help anyone.
No, it doesn't. And it feels good whenever everybody's giving you encouragement and yes and everything. But sometimes the best advice I've ever had was some of the most hurtful advice, and you just have to learn how to take it.
Yeah, and especially if it's coming from Luke, it's not with malintent. Like, there's nothing malicious about it. He's just trying to make you better.
He's never told me nothing. But I'm saying, like, my guys on my team, the guys who
Yeah.
I hire around me, and the people who work for me, they'll tell me if I didn't sing good, or if I played a bad show, or if I could have done better. And they're not afraid to tell me that. And those are the kind of people that I try to tell people to surround yourself with, and make sure you have a team that is honest with you, and they're not blowing smoke up your booty.
No, that's good, and I hope you plan on. It sounds like you do plan on keeping those kind of people around. Now, you being busy, as you've mentioned, you're putting the foot on the gas pedal super heavy. I do feel like a lot of people don't talk about the mental health aspect of it, where it's a lot of stress. There are times where I hope you do stuff where you take care of yourself, even though you are putting your foot on the gas pedal. What would you say is one thing you do that helps your mental health, helps you keep your mental health in check with your crazy lifestyle?
For me, it's doing things like going fishing or going play, and I go play golf with my friends, and I jump on Xbox and I play with my friends from high school. You know what I mean? And I try to find success in things that aren't music, where I'm not trying so hard all the time to be the best at this one thing. I try to take a swing at something else and find success in that. And that feels so good whenever, you play a few bad holes at golf, and then you smack one right down the fairway onto the green, and that's the best feeling. And then you have that buzz the whole car ride home. You're like, man, had a couple good holes today. That was cool. And you know,
I wouldn't know that feeling, unfortunately. I've I've never made it straight through the Fairview.
You get a couple shots every now and then where
right,
where the Lord blesses you, you know. And I had a couple today that were just like awesome, and it felt so good that you just find success in other stuff. And you know, music is everything to me, but whenever one thing is everything, that can't be good, you know. And you kind of have to find other things to do. For me, it's hanging out with my friends, my family, doing things that I love to do, like go fish, and taking a couple days. But you know, I struggle with the mental health side of everything, and it's not the easiest thing to do. Sometimes it's easy to let all this stuff kind of get past you and start surrounding you, and it's
especially when it
hard,
comes
you
to
know.
like social media, probably.
Yeah, you know, social media is the hardest thing because everybody's comparing themselves to everybody, and especially in this industry, you know, you're seeing other people have rapid success, and then you see some people have not that much success, and then boom, all of a sudden there's success, and it's easy to compare yourself and what am I not doing right and everything, and you know, so I think everybody falls victim to that, and I struggle with it sometimes, definitely, but when I come home, I just spend time with my family and my friends, and try to take a break from music. Yeah, even though that's what always makes me feel better, you know, I try to find it somewhere else, and usually that stuff makes you feel pretty good.
That's awesome. Last question. You probably get asked this a lot. Does anyone ever come to you and think that you're related to David or Victoria Beckham?
I've been asked that. I used to be asked that a lot when I was younger. When I was a kid, that was like very, very common. And then more so recently, nobody asked me. I've had some people ask me if I was related to some of the other Beckhams. We got some other famous Beckhams, like Odell Beckham Jr. There's David Beckham, and
Oh, that's right.
yeah,
OBJ.
I don't. Yeah, I made that joke the other day. You know, I was like, man, I'm not 100% sure about that one. Like, I don't know. We might not be related. We might be. Who knows? You know, but the Beckhams are a smaller group of family. I feel like you don't run into Beckhams that often. So
Right.
if someone's got the name, there's definitely the chance. So I don't know. Maybe one day I'll find out.
I love that. Well, Chase Beckham, thank you so much for coming on
Thanks.
New in Nashville. I know you're a super busy guy, so thanks for taking the time. And I hope to see you in Sacramento sometime.
Absolutely, man. We'll love to see you.
All right. Have a good one, man.